The future of space exploration is private, and it's already here. Let me explain. Hey everyone, welcome back. Can you believe we're only 2.5 months into 2025 and we've already seen 8 private space missions from 5 different companies? It's wild. Let's break it down. SpaceX 2 missions, Blue Origin 3 missions, Firefly Aeorspace, Intuitive Machines, and AstroForge, each 1 mission. We're skipping near weekly Falcon 9 launches that have basically become routine at this point. Instead, we're focusing on stuff that's fresh and pushing boundaries. Now let's go through all 8 missions, and we're gonna start with none other than SpaceX. Their first mission this year was on January 16. It was the Starship test flight number 7. It was a pivotal test flight for Starship, including some crazy new tech like trying to catch the super heavy booster again with those giant steel arms on the launch tower, also known as Mechazilla. They succeeded on the booster recovery, but unfortunately the upper stage didn't survive throughout the flight. Flight 7 also tested new heat shield tiles, flight software and improved the Raptor engines. The next one was on March 6th, the Starship test flight number 8. This one had a similar outcome to the previous. The ship, upper stage, was lost, but SpaceX managed to catch the booster. That's the third time they've pulled off the booster catch. It's all part of validating critical performance upgrades they've made after Flight 7, like improving the booster's engine layout, beefing up the thermal protection system, and optimizing the internal header tanks for landing. Even with the upper stage lost, each test flight gives them data to inch ever close to a fully reusable Starship. Next one is Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin. January 16, New Glenn maiden flight. Jeff Bezos' team finally kicked off their heavy lift rocket New Glenn with its inaugural launch. Standing over 98 meters or 300 feet tall, is designed to be partially reusable, similar to a scaled up version of what they did with the New Shepard. The booster return had some hiccups, but first flights often do. Ultimately, it was a landmark moment for Blue Origin, proving they are serious contenders in the orbital space race. February 4th, New Shepard 29. It was an uncrewed suborbital flight of the New Shepard rocket, carrying 30 payloads from universities and research centers, like Purdue and NASA Glenn. A standout experiment was the simulation of lunar gravity by spinning the capsule at about 11 RPM, creating a mini lunar environment. This is the kind of creative thinking that helps refine designs for future moon missions. February 25, New Shepard 30. Blue Origin followed right up with another New Shepard flight, sending up 6 private passengers, including Lane Bass on its second flight and Spanish mountaineer Jesus Caelia. Suborbital flights may not last long, but they give the company valuable flight data and open the door for more frequent, tourist-friendly trips and maybe more advanced science payloads down the road. Now let's go to the new kids on the block that you've probably not heard about until now. Firefly Aeorspace. January 15, 2025, Blue Ghost Mission 1. Firefly Aeorspace has been making headlines with this commercial lunar lander mission aimed at Mare Crisium. According to their live updates, the mission proceeded throughout a series of key milestones. The lander performed a successful translunar injection burn, entered a stable lunar orbit, and touched down softly on the moon. Throughout the journey, the Blue Ghost lander deployed instruments for resource prospecting and surface research, including the suite of NASA experiments that are testing communications, temperature regulations, and regolith analysis in the harsh lunar environment. Firefly is also sharing early images from the surface, with more updates expected as payloads run throughout their operational checkouts. They are part of NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services (CLPS) program, which encourages private companies to lead the charge in returning to the moon. Firefly Aerospac's Blue Ghost Mission 1 has achieved significant milestones since its launch on January 15 aboard the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. The mission successfully landed on the moon's Mare Crisium on March 2nd, making Firefly the second commercial company to achieve a soft landing on the lunar surface after Intuitive Machines' Odysseus soft landing in 2024. On March 2, 2025, the X-band antenna was deployed, enhancing data transmissions capabilities between the lander and the Earth. Here's some landing footage that Firefly released, showcasing Blue Ghost's precise touchdown on Mare Crisium. On March 7, the Lunar Magnetotelluric Sounder (LMS) was deployed, enabling studies of the moon's mantle structure and composition. 8 out of 10 NASA payloads met their mission objectives. Notably, the Lunar Planet Vac (LPV) successfully collected and sorted lunar soil using pressurized nitrogen gas. These advancements underscore Firefly Aeorspace's commitment to contributing with valuable scientific data and technological demonstrations to lunar exploration's efforts. Intuitive Machines. February 27, IM-2 Athena lander. Intuitive Machines is another up-and-coming pioneer in lunar exploration. Their IM-2 Athena lander targeted the Moon's south pole, a region rich with potential water in ice form. Athena carried a range of payloads, including NASA's Prime 1 drill, designed to search for subsurface ice, and a small hopper vehicle for scouting size beyond the immediate landing zone. The mission's main objectives included analyzing lunar regolith composition, testing new communications tech, and collecting data to pave the way for sustained lunar operations. Intuitive Machines has announced that IM-2 mission lunar lander Athena landed 250 meters from its intended landing site in the Mons Mouton region of the lunar south pole inside the crater. This was the southmost lunar landing and surface operations ever achieved. Images downlinked from Athena on the lunar surface confirmed that Athena was on her side. After landing, mission controllers were able to accelerate several program and payload milestones, including NASA's Prime 1 suite, before the lander's batteries depleted. AstroForge. February 27 Broker 2 mission. AstroForge has one of the most ambitious goals in private space right now: asteroid mining. Their Broker 2 mission will perform a flyby of a near-Earth asteroid to scan it for valuable metals. Think of it like a prospector's first survey in the Wild West. If this asteroid checks out, it could lead to a whole new wave of missions aiming to mine precious resources in space. It's still early days, but the potential is enormous. So that's 8 missions in just a couple of months, from orbital heavy lifters and suborbital tourism to lunar landers and asteroid scouts. If you're still wondering whether private spaceflight is a passing trend or the real deal, the answer is pretty clear. It's here to stay and is charging forward like a rocket on full throttle. Between SpaceX Starship test, Blue Origin's next-gen rockets, Firefly's lunar logistics, Intuitive Machines' polar exploration, and AstroForge's resources hunt, we're witnessing a new era of discovery where the commercial companies are leading the charge. Strap in tight, the private space age is only getting started. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this rundown insightful, smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more science and tech updates. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and don't forget, the sky is no longer the limit. See you soon.